and welcome back to my channel. So I've been really rubbish recently just because I went on holiday and it was super tricky to get all the content together before I went away, so I kind of just had a break and I didn't worry about anything, but I'm back and I'm super excited. I've also bought a microphone, so I'm hoping the sound quality is slightly better, and today I'm going to be filming on a gorgeous girl. I received some Fenty beauty products and I'm going to be using one of the eyeshadows just to create a really pretty look. But guys, I hope you like it and don't forget to subscribe down below. I'm first going to be starting by priming the skin and taking the Laura Mercier foundation primer hydrating it's called. That sounded really wrong, didn't it? And I'm just going to be applying it all on the skin. I've already moisturised the skin and I just used the Bare Minerals moisturiser. I'm just going to start with the brows and I'm going to be using the Soap Brow. This is a brand new one and I'm going to be using the Peppermint Hydrating Mist. And what I do is I just spray a little bit on the product just to make it a little bit wet, and just using one of their new brushes. I'm just going to be rubbing it in the soap and applying it on the brows and just to really push them up. Then just to fill in the brows slightly, I'm going to be using this palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just taking the dark brown and all I am is just filling in the gaps slightly, but I just don't want them too dark. You got a birthmark this side, haven't you? Mm-hmm. We were just talking about it because
people always think it's me.
What I'm going to do, I'm not going to try and match it because it's slightly darker. I quite like it though, I think it's beautiful.
Thanks.
But you must find in shoots that people try and edit it.
Yeah. Or like try and scrub it off. I'm like, that's my skin.
I'm just going to elongate it slightly just on the corners just to shape the face. I'm going to move on to the eyes now. I'm just going to be taking the Visi Art eyeshadow primer. I'm going to be applying that all over the eyes. And then I'm going to be using my Fenty concealer. So I've been talking about this loads recently, and honestly, it is like the best concealer. Have you ever used it?
No.
I normally use the NARS one, but this one is so much nicer.
I actually haven't used any Fenty stuff.
Their stuff's amazing. They have like so many different colours as well. And so what I'm going to do is just apply this all over the eyelid and just shading it slightly under the brows just to give it a little bit of shape. Following priming the eyes, I'm going to be using this palette today, and this is the Fenty Beauty and it's called Snap Shadows. Yeah, but yeah, this is really beautiful, like peachy, kind of like very warm tones, and I'm just going to be starting with the lighter colour all over the lids. I'm just going to be buffing it all over, almost as a transitional colour. And this is just a Zoeva brush that I'm using, and it's the 227. And then following on from that colour, I'm going to be using this colour, which is a matte peach colour, and it's called Shoot Your Shot. And what I'm going to do is just really focusing the peach colour just in the outer corners and just bringing it in very slightly just to give the shadow a little bit more depth. And then I'm also going to be taking this colour and just applying it underneath. I'm just going to apply it underneath in the corner and just work the shadows along, which gives it just like a really gorgeous, lovely peachy colour. I just want to make this look as well a little bit more pinky, so I'm just going to be taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills blusher palette and just be using the middle one, and I'm just going to be applying the pink just in the corner of the, like in the centre of the eye, working away from it, just to give it that really nice peachy pink colour. I'm going back to this palette now and I'm going to be taking this shade, which is the Leany Baby, which is a slightly more shimmery colour. What I'm going to do is just apply it all over the eye. And this one was like just gives like a little bit of a champagne colour and just really makes the eyes pop. I'm also just going to be applying it on this one, and I'm actually just using, this is a MAC 217. And what I want to do as well, if you just look straight into the camera, and I'm also just going to be applying it just in the corner of the eyes. And as you can see, it's a really gorgeous pinky gold colour. I'm just going to be applying the eyeliner. I've already done this side. I did actually record it, but well, I didn't press the button properly. So I've done this side, and I'm just going to be using the other. I'm just going to show you guys what you do this side. So I'm going to be using the Inglot Black Gel Liner. And I want to do quite a thin flick, but I want it to quite exaggerate it a little bit, just to really lift those eyes. And I'll just be applying it halfway across the eye, not all the way in. And this is the MAC 210 brush, so I think it's really good for finer details. I'm just going back and forth until I get the correct thickness. Now I finished with the liner, I'm going to be taking my Shimmer eyelash curlers just to get a really nice lift of the lashes. So I actually lost my Laura Mercier ones, which I know I rave about. So I brought these Shimmer ones from the airport, and they're equally as similar, and I love them. Following curling the lashes, I'm going to be taking my Climax mascara by NARS. I'm just going to be applying a little bit because I'm going to be applying the individual lashes. So I don't want to put too much on, but I just want a little bit of mascara for the lashes to stick to, which I always think is a really good tip. Just apply a little bit and then go back and apply a little bit more. So I'm going to be taking these lashes, and I actually just bought these just from China. They're super kind of like flush, like they're super thin at the end. And what I'm going to be doing is just adding the 14mm ones in the middle, because I just want it slightly longer in the middle, and then I'm obviously going to be doing these slightly shorter ones either side. So I'm going to be applying about 3 to 4 in the middle. And then just go around the sides just to really build that up. And the great thing about these lashes, they're not too thick, they just give a really nice wispy finish. Then I'm just going to be going in with the slightly shorter ones, and just applying it on both corners, just to get a really lovely full natural lash. Then I'm just going to go back in with my Climax mascara, and I'm just going to be applying a lot on the bottom lashes, just to really open those eyes. And then I'm just going to be applying it, and just look down. I'm just going to be applying a little bit on the actual lashes and on the false ones, just to really bring them together. I'm going to be moving on to the skin now, and I'm just going to be using the Velvet Matte Skin Tint by NARS. This is quite like a new product that I started using, and I do actually think it's beautiful. It's very similar to the Radial Skin Tint that I use, but obviously it's not as shiny. It's a little bit more matte, but it still just gives a really nice, flawless finish. So I just finished applying the NARS all over the face. I'm going to be taking the Fenty concealer again, which is the Pro Filter. And I've said so many times, but honestly, it is the best concealer. I find I really do prefer it to NARS, although I love my NARS creamy concealer, but I just feel like this doesn't crease at all. And it really does just leave a flawless finish. I think it's perfect. This is like my go-to for like red carpet. It's perfect for it, and just clients with longevity as well, especially for like weddings and things. I just think it just leaves a really lovely flawless finish. To contour the face then, I'm just going to be taking Sculpt by MAC. And just with like a small fluffy brush, what I'm going to be doing is just buffing a little bit in the hairline at the top. And then just bringing it, I always just go slightly under the cheekbone. I'm just going to buff it back and forth. And then I'm just going to take my Laura Mercier Bronze 2, which is slightly warmer. It's more of a bronzer. I'm just going to go over my contour just to really warm the face. Just going back and forth on the hairline as well. Also just a little bit under here. Now I just want to add a little bit of colour to the cheeks. So I'm going to be using the iconic Rose Riot. So these are a lot sheerer than the NARS blushes, but I just feel they go on really beautifully. They just give a really sheer, kind of like a really sheer colour.
Feels really nice on your skin.
Does it?
Yeah, like light.
These are really light compared to. Have you ever used the NARS ones?
No, I just have a powder one.
But the liquid NARS ones, they're really nice, but they are quite heavy. I'm just going to slowly build that up until I'm happy with the colour. I'm just going to be taking my Charlotte Tilbury powder next, and this is in shade one. So I'm just going to apply it a little bit on the forehead and just underneath the eyes. And then also what I'm going to do is just a little trick just to sharpen up the contour. It's just go in a straight line here, just to make sure that you've got a really clean edge. And obviously you don't want this bit to be shiny at all. So just look straight for me. And then I'm just going to do it on the other side, so I'll look up for me. And then I'm just going to go. Then I just want to add a little bit of highlighter, so I'm going to be taking the Oyster by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I just applied a little bit on the back of my hand. And what I'm going to do is just apply it just kind of slightly over the blusher that I've just applied, and just give that skin a really nice, beautiful glow. And then what I'm going to do is apply a little bit down the centre of the face, also on the top of the lips, just the high points. Just to finish this look, I'm going to be moving on to the lips. I'm just going to be taking the Bare Minerals Gen Nude. So I'm just going to slightly overdraw the lips. So I always start with the top one and then I just go to the bottom. And how to do like a perfect look, I find that this one has to be a straight V. And you just really create a nice shape. And we just colour in the corners so you get a nice fade. After I've done the lip liner, I'm just going to be using the Peach Stock by MAC, and actually you can see that it's a really beautiful nude. So what I really want that like kind of like 90s look where it's a slightly dark on the outside and a lot paler in the inside. So this is actually just an art brush and I just love them for the lips.
It's like my favourite lips, like 90s lip.
Yeah. It's everywhere now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Especially Charlotte Tilbury, I feel like she's doing all of those things now.